World Travelers Toastmasters Club number 079679399.
We have proven that we do not have to be in the same room to be united, to encourage each other, to succeed, and to celebrate together.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. Welcome to World Travelers Toastmasters Club. Our journey is to make sure that we follow the mission of a Toastmasters Club, which is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. Let me call our president of World Travelers Toastmasters Club to welcome everyone. Over to you, our president Ram from UK.
Thank you so much, Tamami. Thank you so much. We're coming very close to the end of this Toastmasters year. But I'd like to talk about something, if I may, something that is relevant to this particular Toastmasters Club. So we travel the world, not on planes, but using Zoom Airlines. But what I'd like to do, if I may, is take perhaps a minute just to think about the poor passengers, if I may, that recently passed away on the Air India flight. Literally a minute after takeoff, it landed. I want to say landed, but it didn't really land, it crashed with only one survivor. And as they discover more, we hear more and more personal stories of how in some cases they had a lucky escape because they were stuck in traffic and didn't make the plane on time. In another case, one survivor from the plane somehow managed to walk off the plane. How does that happen? Covered in blood. His brother passed away. We believe they're still trying to determine that, but the brother is now on his own, and he managed to survive somehow. And then you hear stories about a doctor from Derby in the UK. He's been here for a couple of years. He wanted to settle down first before he brought his wife over and his 3 kids over. And then you see a selfie of the 3 of them just before they take off from India to land over here, and they didn't make it. So this is a somber moment, I guess, when we think, how lucky are we in some regards that we know each other without having to fly on a plane. On the other hand, how many accidents actually happen? Millions and millions of air miles every single year, and we don't hear about these fatalities. So they are rare occasions in the first place. So I, for one, am grateful that the engineers, they do whatever they need to do to keep me safe when I'm flying on a real plane. So I do hope and wish everybody who lost somebody, hopefully they find some peace and solace at some point when they're able to identify their lost ones' bodies and then have a decent funeral. So this is sad news for sure, but hopefully they will get some peace and afterwards. So yeah, please can I have 1 minute, Sylvie, just to pay respects to the lost souls, and then we'll officially start the meeting. Thank you so much, Sylvie. Can I now hand over to Tamami to give us some member updates?
Okay. The member update is to get to know each other in our membership. We have 22 members. Today we have about 10 or more members. Let's go round robin. It should be only like 30 seconds introducing where we come from, and just give the members update of what we have been doing last week or recently. Okay, I will start. I will start and hand over to someone. Someone will hand over to the other person, Okay, and go on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask Kathy, how are you today? You're running for international director from the floor. We are all praying for you. How are you today?
Thank you, Tamami. I'm feeling great because we just witnessed the installation of the incoming team in District 80. This is the first time we are having collaboration with our government, where in the form of SG60 to celebrate the National Day, we have that collaboration to welcome all our new leaders to the team. So I'm excited for the district, and I'm excited for everyone in the new team and the new term. So next, I'd like to invite Adayaya.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Hello, everyone. Last week was really busy because I had to finish my mandate as president of the Council of Architects in Burkina Faso. We did election, and now I have to prepare all the documents to give to the upcoming president. And it's a real moment for me to make also my evaluation, what I did, and how to do my best for the next opportunity. Really, as you know, as a woman, it's not easy to be a leader. And my profession is really, most of the member is a man as a president, but I am really proud of it because I did it, and it was really a good and nice experience. Now I give the floor to Elisa. Elisa.
Hello, everyone. It's a busy day also for me. I just start at 9 a.m., return home at 9 p.m. Then after that, take a little shower. Then, yeah, I'm here. So been very busy with everything, but looking forward to for a new term. And also, yeah, just for information, right? I lost my CGD, but I don't know why. I just feel like, yes, I lost. I can do many things more. Yeah, and I have my freedom not to do something like, yeah. So actually, God is great. He give me more chance to go for to serve more members without feeling stressed with all the protocols. So I'm happy to be a member. So now I want to ask Paramis.
Thank you very much, Eliza. Members of World Travel Club, I am a new member and today I'm delivering my icebreaker speech. I'm actually nervous as well as excited. Last week I finished my Toastmasters advanced mentoring speech. And I just got an email from TI to say it has been approved. And I'm glad about it. Over to Sylvie.
She did. Sylvie, your turn.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Sylvie Tougma from Burkina Faso. And last week, it was a great moment for me to be able to finalize my DTM project with World Traveler. So it has been an amazing moment, and I seize the opportunity to thank all the members of World Traveler who have been very supportive. Thank you so much.
David can call the next person.
So now I call Phoebe.
Good morning, good evening, everyone. I'm Phoebe. I'm traveling around the Visayas, southern part of the Philippines. I've been busy trying to rehabilitate my dragon fruit. It's my nursery and it has been my preoccupation for the past week. And I'm so glad that it has been cleaned out. Thank you so much. I'd like to hear from Janet.
Sorry, I had to step away, so I'm just supposed to introduce myself.
Yes. And how are you?
I'm doing well. Hi, everyone from Canada, where we're still expecting the weather to warm up in preparation for summer. And is there anything else I'm supposed to comment on?
What's the latest with you?
The latest is that I'm really busy at work but I will have holidays in a few weeks. So that's me. And back to you. Thanks.
Can you nominate the next person, Janet?
Okay, Kim, have you gone?
No, I have not.
Okay, you're on then. Thanks.
Right. Thank you, Janet. Good evening. Kim from Malaysia. I've just been confirmed as a TEDx speaker for this coming August 23rd. This is TEDx Setapak, that means in Malaysia. And I just attended my first TEDx training. It's going to be really exciting. Looking really forward to it. It's going to be in a couple of months' time. So the next will be Fahas.
Thank you, Kim, and congratulations on becoming the next TEDx speaker. Friends, I'm Faraz Farooq, living in Colombo, Sri Lanka, a member of a few clubs here. In addition to WTC, I'm also a member of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters. I've been spending the last couple of weeks doing something totally different from Toastmasters. I am preparing for a rugby tournament. Yeah. Wish me luck. 5th of July, it's up. One day after the US Independence Day. Next, I nominate Dian H. Sari.
Thank you so much, Farhas. Hello, everyone. I'm Dian. I'm from Indonesia. It's getting hotter here. The new update for me, last week I was busy with my family to celebrate our big festival in our religion. It was second biggest festival. And another thing, I was learning new skill more about AI. And another thing, I'm busy to preparing my another club. Hopefully we can charter the club next month on July. So I will need your support. Please support our another club or index speaker. Thank you. And over to you. Who else? DTM Joseph.
Thank you so much for that. We're all excited. Have a lot of things going on. Many of you know I've been sleeping in hotels for about 6 months, but next week we actually move into a house, so we're really excited about that. Got a real nice place over by the beach. A lot of things going on, so that's all good. But today marks 40 years ago I joined the Air Force. So 40 years ago, and I've been retired from the Air Force for 19 already. So you can figure out the age. But anyways, life is good. I'm so glad to be doing that. And I'm doing a keynote speech in San Francisco in a couple weeks. So I'm really excited about that. Got a big event, probably expect a couple hundred people and just looking for opportunities. But life is good and proud to be here. All right. So I'd like to call on Yusef Sandra. Tell us about yourself.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Long time no see. Ladies and gentlemen, I come from Indonesia and I joined the club for about 15 years. And what I'm busy this week, today I just delivered my icebreaker speech in Bahasa Indonesia because I just rejoined the Jakarta Bahasa. It's very interesting and amazing moment for me to deliver a speech in our language. Now I would like to invite our friend E.T. Toastmasters.
Hello, everyone. Ni hao. Good evening. I'm from Indonesia and I love this week is so wonderful. I made a lot of new friends. Last week we have a big event, and then the day after I shared a keynote in a platform, a podcast platform, turned the tragedy into comedy. I met the people there, cried and smiled in the same time, and confused, of course. And this platform brings me into more stages, so I got more invitation after that. Soon on the X or formerly Twitter, and then also in IG Live, and so many platforms that I have never ever tried before. Some people are reaching me out, and SCIT in 2020. It's about humorous. So if you feel that your life is sad enough, this is the best time to turn it into a comedy. And yes, you can make fun of it. You can make peace from your problem. And don't be worried, there will always someone who is laugh for you and with you. Back to you. And I would like to choose someone here. Nancy, are you there?
Then
Nancy?
she has spoken.
Oh, she's
No.
there? No.
No.
Here we go. Yes, I am here on a beautiful Saturday. It's windy here, but it's supposed to be 85. It's finally warmed up. We're finally having summer here in Colorado, United States. And I haven't really been doing too much. I've been busy. I'm taking a couple of courses and doing what's called a 77-day challenge. That is a challenge from Darren LaCroix, the 2002, I believe, winner of the International Speech Contest. And I don't make it every day, but 77 days I'm posting a short video, 1 to 2 minutes, about something that's going on or whatever's crossing my mind. I'm getting a few comments, but I really don't care who sees it. It's just the idea that it's helping me already after 20 some days to feel more comfortable, just random talking, you know, even just like table topics or anything. And I feel like, yay, it's helping me. After all these years, after 45 years of Toastmasters, I should have been doing this 45 years ago. Of course, we didn't have Facebook back then, but anyway. All right, who hasn't gone yet? Let's see. Frost went. Did Frost go?
Betian.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Tamami, did you go? I don't think you went. Did you go? I'm sorry. I'm taking track.
No, I because no, I haven't because I started.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hello. Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Tamami Nagayama from Japan. I've been busy with work. Yeah, as usual, I'm always busy. On Friday, I came back home after 9 o'clock. I finished my work at 9 o'clock, and I just messaged to everyone in EXCO team that the train in Japan was crowded with drunk people, and I felt bad because I was sober, you know, just tired from work. But after I got home, I had a can of beer, and that was good. And glad to be here today. I'm very looking forward to today's meeting. And I would like to hand over to Betian, our keynote speaker today.
Wow, thank you. I'm
Mhm.
fabulous. And after hearing that that story about you, I can say that as district director, I am professionally drinking all the time. And with 16 days left, I think I can sober up. So like Joseph loved the picture. I have hidden every picture from when I was in the military, and that was too many years ago to even mention. I recently completed a successful trip around the sun. I turned 67 years young last weekend, so I missed your meeting because, no offense, I was on a special birthday thing, so thank you. Again, in 16 days, everything that we're doing with everyone here in every district. I come from the Connecticut, Massachusetts, and New York region, District 53. I am proudest of being part of this club, World Travelers, that has taught me so much. Seeing all of you, turning a new leaf, electing new officers, having people step out of their comfort zone, and all the lessons we've learned, all the lessons we're going to learn, celebrating the growth. That's what inspires me, and I'm so thankful to be here. And I am going to choose Kathy Toe.
Well, I've spoken before, so can I have Ram to share with us?
Sorry. I thought I was paying attention. See, I'm too old. I'm old. I can't pay attention.
I'm your first round. This is the second round.
Yeah.
Betty Ann, we don't believe a word you're saying. You're not that old. I don't believe it. What did I do this week? I went to a demo meeting at the BBC, and I didn't realize how complicated that is. So they have over 21 recording studios, TV, audio, different languages, all going on at exactly the same time. And there was one area that we were not allowed to take any photos, and the lady said, and we believe the reason is because they get news all the time that they have to verify just in case it's just a rumor. So to avoid somebody taking a photo in that area where a news item has just come in, and it could be a complete lie, no photos, and we verified first before it becomes official news. And I thought that's fantastic. Really enjoyed it. I'm going to go to Alice. Alice, over to you.
Sorry, we are only used for the members. So
Oh, only for the members. I do apologize. If it's only for the members, let me go to.
You are the last one.
Yeah.
I'm the last one. I'm now going to hand over to Tamami.
Okay. So thank you very much. I will go. Thank you very much. I'm going to hand over to our Toastmaster of the day, Kim. Over to you. Where are you?
All right, thank you
There
very
you are.
much. Okay. Thank you very much, Tamami. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all fellow Toastmaster and guests from around the world. I'm your Toastmaster the evening today. We have a packed agenda today with a keynote speaker and 2 other inspiring speakers. So you're in for a real ride with us today, or tonight, I should say. So without much ado, let us start by, let me get the agenda, sorry. Okay, let us start by introducing our role player. But before that, today we have this theme called From One Chapter to the Next. I think all of us have experience of doing something in our life and closing that chapter and starting the new chapter. And as we turn the page of one chapter in our life, we move on to a new chapter. And I'm sure each and every one of us experienced that. We all have our stories. And today, we have a story from our keynote speaker, how she impact and elevate with her story. Without much ado, let me introduce the role player. First, I'd like to call upon Savi to introduce her role as a timer.
Thank you, Tamami. It's an honor for me to serve as your timer for this meeting. My role is to help us respect one of the most valuable resources we have, which is time. As Peter Drucker once said, time is the scarcest resource, and unless it is managed, nothing else can be managed. And in Toastmasters, managing our time well reflects not just good communication, but great leadership. So I will signal you time using the green, the yellow, and the red colors in my background. For example, for the keynote speakers, at 8 minutes, I will show the red sign. At 9 minutes, I will show the yellow sign. And at 10 minutes, I will show the red sign, showing her that she has only 30 minutes to conclude her speech. And at the end of the meeting, when I will be called at the second time, I will deliver my report. Thank you. Back to you, Kim.
Thank you very much, Savi. I agree with you. Managing time in our life is an important aspect. Let us go on to Dian as an R counter.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day. Hello, everyone. I'm Dian. Today, my role is I will be the counter. This is the most unique role and only you can find in Toastmaster. The role is to identify the use of filler word and sound during speeches. This include words like well, but, and sounds like and I will give my report at the end of the meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Dian. Next role player, technical role player, is our very own DTM Joseph, who will begin our grammarian and will introduce the word of the day. Over to you, Joseph.
Thank you so much, ma'am, Toastmaster. I will not be listening for the ums and ers, but I'll be looking for the you knows and so's and some of the other inappropriate, common words that we normally use, but try to pay attention to those filler words that we should not use and minimize. And I'll be keeping a list of that. And in addition to anything that sounds unusually exciting that I would also want to take note of. But today's word today is called midriff. Midriff. It refers to the area around a person's middle, particularly the stomach, the front of their body between the chest and the waist. And I'll put that on the chat box. I'm going to be listening for the word midriff and any filler words that we should try to minimize or eliminate totally in our everyday language. So with that being said, I will give a report at the end of the meeting, but it will be in the chat box. Midriff.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Midriff. Okay, that's not going to be an easy words to insert into our communication or other speeches, but nonetheless, we're going to try our very, very best mid-drip. So now, ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine, our general evaluator, unfortunately could not make it today. So I will kind of stand by and take over as GE, unless, Tamami, there is somebody who is going to take over the GE role. Is there anybody?
No, please.
Oh, so Tamami, you're going to stand in as the GE?
Yes, I was
Okay, good.
thinking so.
Thank you. That's what World Travelers Club is all about. We are all on standby to play any role in the club. So ladies and gentlemen, we come on to the first week of 3 sessions, the prepared speech, the table topics, and the evaluation sections. And today we now want to introduce the very exciting section, the prepared speech. And of course, in the first of prepared speech is our keynote speaker. And our keynote speaker is none other than Betty Ann. Betty Ann is going to enthrall us with her speech, keep us exciting and also inspire us. Let me introduce Betty Ann a little bit. Betty Ann is a distinguished Toastmaster, currently serving as the district director for District 53, which covers the area of Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Eastern New York. She became a Toastmaster after her husband joined Toastmaster, and in her capacity to help him in his journey to develop and lead the Toastmaster organization. And of course, you know that Richard Peck was a past international president of Toastmaster. And Betty Ann is just right next beside him to help him all the way. A little bit more about Betty Ann in the past. 8 years as a member, she served in all the club roles. SAA, you name it, the VPBR, VPM, presidents, and she moved on to be area director, then the district public relation, club group director, program quality director, and now, this term, current term, district director of District 53. We would love to see her to be international president one day. She is inspired, like she said earlier, to see others achieve success and she valued the experience she gathered in Toastmaster in the 8 years she is with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome none other the dynamic Betty Ann Peck with her speech title, Elevate Your Impact. Elevate your impact. Betty Ann, over to you. Can somebody spotlight Betty Ann?
I'm not sure if spotlight is good. I knew I was muted. How many times can you say you're muted? The topic came up with regard to the changing, the turning of the page, which I initially thought was going to be a great topic to speak to, but everybody here is doing it. We are constantly challenging ourselves with good and bad aspects in closing one chapter and allowing us to speak to the next chapter. How do we move forward? Have you ever been stuck? You've served a term, you're not quite sure where you want to go with that. It's kind of like having in your midriff, it all bottles up right in the middle here. And that's the same with leadership and what inspires us to continue moving forward. I want to thank you for that fabulous introduction. I was the housewife following my husband in Toastmasters for 10 years before it was brought to my attention that I should join. I said, why would I want to join? But then it dawned on me to see his growth from standing in the back of a room and not moving. He didn't own a suit. He just was a wallflower. But when he joined Toastmasters, things changed dramatically, and 10 years in, he decided to run for an international director position, actually the second vice president. And for all of those out there in the world that have not been elected, he lost the election. And I thought, you know what, this is my time to help. So I joined Toastmasters. I saw the value. I saw how people had changed, and I saw how he changed. And then I watched all the members around me. And then being part of a club, what a difference that was. It wasn't like being at the convention, which I had traveled to everywhere, from Malaysia to present day. Clubs are different. Clubs have different personalities. People not letting go, people trying to get advanced and move up that are thwarted. So all the personalities really started making me understand as I did not make several elections. But here I am 8 years later. And what keeps me going and what makes me so excited for all of you is that we now have made an impact. No matter what role we have served in our Toastmasters journeys, every one of us has had a triumph or a challenge. We've closed one chapter, and now we're ready to move on, despite disappointments, like those challenges that we spoke of earlier. But how do we move forward? And this is the important lesson that I have learned. I move forward because every time I'm at a Toastmaster meeting, and I do belong to 4 clubs, so I'm rather busy, I am so inspired by the people that make an impact on me, that it's worth that 2 hour or 1 hour or driving 4 hours to go to an in-person meeting or a contest, to see how people impact you. And every single person, every one of you in this screen and around the globe has an impact, whether you realize it or not. It's your face, it's your voice, it's your sincerity, it's your call to duty, it's the oath that you take, and more importantly, it's that Toastmasters promise. Does anybody here remember the Toastmasters promise? It was on your application. If you've been a member for more than 40 years, you need to pull out your application and read it. There's a Toastmasters promise. And a lot of people don't pay as much attention to that as I have been doing lately, because I admit, I don't think I read it on my application, but I've become more in tune to it, because each time that people attend meetings and each time that people present projects in a very, 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 very concise education program such as we have, they touch one person and that person touches another person. And it's just a means to keep on giving. It's a means to be able to impact others. We know that Toastmasters teaches us with every speech, with every role and every meeting, in our hearts, but sometimes not in our visual appearance. So look at it as an adventure. That's what turning the page is. It's like a good book. You join a club, you take a couple of roles, you get excited, you contribute, but you impact people around you, whether it's an icebreaker speech or a prepared speech or a project that you're working on. It's the challenge to impact others. And that has been what I've been living for this past year. There have been some very, very, very rough times. It's very busy. I do luckily have a spouse that's active in Toastmasters and supports me anytime I have to pick up the phone during dinner. Say, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And then half an hour later, the kitchen's cleaned up and I get to eat leftovers the next day. I took that initially as a daunting task. How could I have been so selfish? It's a few short minutes out of my day and my time. I love our members. I love our members in District 53, a special place in my heart in District 80, and others around the world that continue to give one person a chance at the end of a meeting to go, wow, that was really good. And we're not talking good from an evaluation standpoint. We're talking about having that impact. So what does the word impact mean? How did it affect you? Did it leave a little frog in your throat that you were so excited to talk to others about and talk to another member? A special way to do table topics, a special way to acknowledge participants. Again, moving back to in-person, we're now having the same challenges we were complaining about 5 years ago when this club was chartered, because everybody was online. And I think the impact around the world, which I share with several people here in this audience, is that this club did more to impact my life. But what it also did is it elevated, completely elevated, the impact on others. And that's the challenge that's here before you today, as I have goosebumps thinking about it, because there's no selfishness, there's moving on, it's excitement, it's creativity, and the impact that you have elevated is the challenge that we need to make with all Toastmasters around the globe. It certainly has impacted me to watch people elevate themselves, and myself included. It's a daunting term to serve. I've had my highs and my lows, but at the end, I challenged myself to accept the value of what was going on, embrace the members, and the proof is in the pudding. And each one of you here today has the ability to elevate your impact and inspire others, even if it's just showing up at a meeting. I will apologize in advance that I missed a few. I was a bit busy this year. I promise to come back and be able to attend more regularly. But for everyone here, the inspiration is simple. Give up your time, not for you. Never question what's in it for me. Be a role model. Elevate your impact on people by showing them that it's not about you individually. It's about the inspiration that you give to others by elevating your impact, by finishing that path, by getting a Distinguished Toastmaster Award. We all do it for different reasons. I like competition, so of course I had to beat my husband's record. And then I had to do it again. Because when Pathways came out and the resistance was there, I chose to not do it for me, but to show other people. So I elevated my impact by getting that second Distinguished Toastmaster Award in the Pathways program. So that's my challenge for all of us, you here, myself included, on my continued journey, which has nothing to do with the path that my husband chose. And ask that you all look in the mirror when you wake up or go to bed tonight and tell yourself, ask yourself, how can I elevate my impact on others around me? Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Betty Ann, for the inspiring and impactful speech. I like the part especially about we can make an impact by just turning up, just taking a role, right? And be an example for our newer members. And that itself, in the club level or in the area level, that is important. And a lot of people forget that. They just say, oh, I'm too busy. I got no time. It's all very internal. But yeah, I agree with you. Small things that we can do to have that impact. And thank you for the beautiful speech to remind us that each and every one of us can elevate our impact even further from what we have already done.
Thank you. Now you made me cry.
Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to Betty Ann, GTM Betty Ann, for the beautiful, impactful, and impressive speech. Next, we have our newest member, Paramas Warren Ramanathan, and she is going to do her icebreaker so we can get to know her better as a new member. Let me just introduce you to Paramas a little bit. This dynamic lady, this amazing lady, she not only is a DTM, she is a 3 times DTM, and she's going for her 4th DTM. She's born in Klang, Malaysia, a member of Levangam Toastmaster Club, and recently, just this month, a member of World Travelers Toastmaster Club. She has held, like many of us, many roles at the club level, at the division level, and also at the district level. She has been division director, area director, member of TLI, district club extension chair, district admin manager, and of course the accolades, as I mentioned earlier, 3-time DTM. Salute you, Paramas, for that. And she is driven by one passion, affirmations such as determinations and dedication. And she is personified. In anything she do, she has the determination and the dedication to see everything through. And of course, she has hope that her affirmation of determination and dedications will be passed on to the young people. They embrace this passion of hers. And with that, let's put our hand together for Paramas, who is doing her motivation strategy level 1 speech 1 icebreaker, 4 to 6 minute speech, and her speech title is Moving On from Chapter 1. Moving on from Chapter 1, Paramas, over to you.
I had to unmute myself.
Yeah.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters of World Travel Toastmaster Club. When I was a little girl, any visitors to the house, I would run and hide behind the house because I was afraid they would question me. And I was always told off by my mom, you cannot be doing this because you will end up, none of our friends and relatives would know who you are. That didn't deter me at all. I was still the same until I started working. And my CEO insisted I become a Toastmasters member in the company. The first, I joined Toastmasters on my birthday, which was 1st of May, and in 2004. In 2005, I was forced to become the area director. And I said, I have only been a secretary. How can I be an area director? I came home and I said that to my husband. And he said, have you been one before? I said, no. Then why not give it a try? And that set a challenge. As an area director, another of the area directors asked me, you've only been a secretary. How do you expect to prove yourself as an area director? On that day, I set my affirmation, which stands to this day. Determination, dedication, and hope. I determined myself, and before well before the end of the term, I was a president distinguished area director. All this plus the titles that I've held in the district as well as division and area was due to my mentors. I had two wonderful mentors, distinguished Toastmaster Patricia Khan and past district director, distinguished Toastmaster Kiran. The two of them pushed me so much that I had no choice but to work hard and, as just mentioned, when she introduced me. Fellow Toastmasters, when I joined, I was in District 80 for just a few months. District 80 is split to become 80 and 15. And 51, sorry. 51 then split when I was the district admin manager and we became District 102. I've been in District 102 until I think I was still there until September, when I could move into a new chapter back in District 80. There is a saying, what goes around comes around, and that has happened to me. From District 80, I went round and I'm now back in District 80. I am really glad that I have now joined a group of Toastmasters who are utterly dedicated, and there's so much for me to learn because I started off in an English Toastmasters club, and my club currently was a Tamil speaking club where I was the only one person who delivers speeches in English. So there was no challenge for me at all. Becoming a member of World Travel has put me into a new chapter, and I am absolutely glad. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Paramas, for your story, right? Indeed. And one of the things that I got out, a gem I got out of your speech is that however long and however experienced and seasoned a Toastmaster you are, you never stop learning. You're still learning from all the other Toastmaster, young and old, right? I mean, you have been in Toastmaster like what, 21 years now, right? And yet you are still learning. And now that you have made the circle from you joined the, is it District 80 you were saying before? And now you circle back and you're back in District 80. So it's amazing how life is, right? You circle back, and welcome back to District 80. Thank you very much for the beautiful, wonderful speech about yourself. Now that we got to know you better, and congratulations on all the accolades and the roles that you have held. You come with vast experience. And lastly, we have our second speaker, none other than Eliza Juliana. I like the way that she used the name Rocher, because one of my favorite chocolate is Rocher. I only come to know Eliza when I joined World Travelers Club when it was chartered. Now, this lady, not only dynamic, she is gutsy, right? She has audacious goal of what she wants to achieve. And when people think that is impossible, ever more reason she wants to do it. not only to prove to herself, but what she does, she also help elevate all the members in the club, right? To invite them to join, to get the experience, to help them gain the confidence, and also elevate their position in wherever they are. I have a lot of admiration for this young lady, young in comparison to me, right? And today she's going to give a very, I haven't heard the speech before, but I've heard a lot about it. It's going to be really inspiring and awesome. So let us welcome Eliza, who is doing her level 5 persuasive influence speech. And her title of the speech is Lesson Learned, Journey of the Champion. Journey of the Champion, Lesson Learned. Over to you, Eliza.
Sir. Oh, I heard about you coming. Eliza, that was when the first time I met PAS International President Balraj Arunasalam. He knew me. Surprise. I was like, oh my God, this guy remember me. When I look into him, he's a little bit bald, very tall. I'm always still short. And he was looking at me. She is very, very famous. And just 5 minutes after that, my heart stopped. Because I look one guy, he is bald, very tall. And when he stepped from the wall, from the door, I was like, uh-oh, that's the guy. I believe Ram will be happy to see him. Because why? Ram has more hair than him. And I just jumped again in front of him. Hi. And he looked at me like, you are the one who messaged me. How are you? And it was Dhananjaya Hitarachi. These two persons is one of the reasons why I flew all the way to Sri Lanka. And especially after that, after a few minutes, after we took a picture and we go to the inside the room, another PAS International President, Dilip Abaya Sukara, is joined. 3 days in Sri Lanka make my life like a roller coaster. Before the meeting started, I asked Dhananjaya, can you do me a favor? He said, yes, madam, what can I do for you? And I asked him, can you create a video? I see something in you. And I believe that I'm the first crazy girl who asked him to do that. And he said, okay, but he did to Balraj. And I was complaining, not to him, to me. I need to be in the picture because I also want to be famous like you. And he did to me. And he made another mistake. I want him to say, I see something in her, but I don't know what it is. But he gave me, I see something in her, and in these 3 days, he will know what she will achieve. Without knowing what will happen, I said, what will happen in 3 days? It's only an annual conference. The first day, he already told me that I was sitting to the PAS district director of 82, and I look at her, this is how the district going to work? It's too much. The second day, I look how they are doing a very great, impressive annual conference. And that day, I cried. This is too much for a leader. I'm not sure if I can deliver this work. I don't know if I can serve my people well. I'm afraid I'm not afraid to fail. I'm afraid I fail to serve. Because I'm not going to serve just the people do. I want to do something different. They keep telling me that, Eliza, we believe in you. And I just tell, I want to go back to Singapore and I want to take back, I don't want to run from the CGD. And they said, you can do it. Why you say that? We believe in you. It's totally hard. The second day, I cry, totally cry. And I was like, why I cry? This is nonsense. And the third day, they give a speech. Dhananjaya became a world champion after 10 years of failures. To get this district, Sri Lanka, to become a better one, this Balraj Aruna Salam need to go all the way to every place and face the bomb. Now I'm asking you, will you do that? Will you face the bomb just to do a COT? I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Do you know my hobby, right? I love to sleep. Even now, I sleep less. But I don't know how to do and serve the members like 24 hours, creating clubs and so on. I scratch my head. I think Eliza will be happy to be in her very safe Zoom airlines, meeting people, having fun. She is safe there. So the third day, when they give me this statement, there is nothing easily come. Everything need to be learned. Everything you want to achieve is not easy. I was stuck and I said, the third day, I tell myself, yes, this guy telling me that I see something in you and in 3 days you will see it, what happened to you? I found the answer. Eliza, what will happen to you? Win or lose is not a problem. But keep on evolving. Keep on growing. Keep on maintaining your step. What you want to do is serving people. If your district don't want you to serve, you still have members to serve. You still have the world to serve. And whatever it is, find my happiness. If people can wait for 14 years, 10 years to achieve something, I just 5 years. What is the rush? And people say, my godmother said, when you are a Toastmaster, you are going to be a Toastmaster for life. I hope that I still have a long life. So I believe that I don't want to do anything so rush. But let's do step by step. Get ready for everything. That's why I call the journey of the champion. And after I found my mission, I step up for my CGD even from the floor. I feel like I'm the champion. When I look into my contender, I just say, you don't have all the experience that I have. You can serve the district one you, but Eliza is the champion. Whatever it is. I just feel myself. Thank God, maybe they don't want me to serve. I have my time to sleep. And I have more time to serve more other people. Get myself ready for something better. Since that day, whatever.
Eliza, you are muted. Yeah, accidentally.
Did I? So that's my speech. I think who muted me? Why you sabotage me? I thought only someone is sabotage me. Okay, so whatever, everyone. Sylvie, please cut. Somebody mute me. So my lesson for you, everyone, don't ever give up. Still keep on evolving, learning, and serving. Make sure that you have a happy journey life. Back to you, Kim.
I love that, Eliza. We went all the way to Sri Lanka and you found out what is it to be a champion. And you are a champion in our eyes as far as the members in World Travelers Club is concerned. You have been our guiding lights, you know, and helping us elevate all of us in a different way. And keep evolving and keep serving. It might take 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 15 years. As long as you don't give up, you're going to get what you want and be successful in it. So thank you for that message. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our prepared speech, and next is our very interesting and exciting sessions on Jasmine. Jasmine's supposed to do, who's
Ada is the tabletop.
Oh, Ada, sorry. So I'm going to pass to Ada Yaya who is going to be our table topic masters. We are in for a lot of fun. And over to you, Ada.
Yeah. So I have to go. There's no chat. I have to go. I'll see you next
See you,
meeting.
Nancy. See you.
Bye.
Look forward to your next podcast.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? It's time for the table topic. And today I want to share some quotes with you for the table topic and ask you how this quote inspire you, or what is your understanding about this quote. And I want to start with a volunteer who want to be the first. Kathy?
I can volunteer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Yusuf can go first, or you want me to go first?
Oh,
Yusuf can go first, then I'll follow by.
Okay. Let's go. The first quote is, do not judge a book by its cover. What this quote inspire you? Let's go.
do not judge a book by its cover. I totally agree with this statement. Why, ladies and gentlemen, people always look at the face and they despise me. Whenever I came to a club or to a group of people, I was going to make a speech, and people look at me from up to down. And they said, "Ha, he won't do anything." And look at them. And I told myself, why did they say that to me? Is it because of my face? A face from the village that cannot speak English and cannot deliver a speech at all? Then I'll prove it to them. In a few minutes, I went up on the stage and I delivered my speech in an eloquent way. And all of them looked down and they feel ashamed of what I have been done. So, ladies and gentlemen, if they judge me by my face, a man from the village who knows nothing, they are wrong. I can prove it to them that I can be a good speaker as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, whenever we meet somebody, don't judge by their face. Talk with them. Try to find out something out of them. You will find out that this one will be the CGD this year. Don't say that, he's not going to be at the CGD. She doesn't know anything at all. Prove it first. Then you can say that. I hate people who judge by the cover. What about you, ladies and gentlemen? Do you agree with me that don't judge a book by its cover? Read it first, then you say something about it. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yusuf. Yes, don't judge by the face, but try to know well people before judge. Important. Okay, now we will continue. Who is a volunteer?
Hello, Ilyas here.
Elios, okay, good. Let's go. The second
Mercy.
one is about management.
Ooh.
And the quote is, management is an opportunity to help people become better people. Practice it that way, it is a magnificent profession. Elios, what do you think about this quote about management?
Okay. Can you hear me and see me before I start? Clear? Okay, thank you. My mom is the best manager in the world! Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, believe me, my mom is not beside me and not behind me, but I love my mom so much. She is the best manager in my world. And this is the best opportunity to help people to become a better people, of course. My mom always told me advices that always put me into the midriff of my life about how to see life purposefully. I practice the management that I learned from my mother, how to manage myself. It's not easy. Time management, I failed miserably. I could not wake up earlier. I could not sleep earlier. I could not exercise regularly. Basically, you can see all of those failures in the world you see in me. But yet, I still have my mom who can manage me. So she said to me, Elias, since you cannot manage yourself, I will manage you. So since that day, she is my manager. Yes, sir. Yes, manager. Yes, mother. I love you. And yes, she always the one that support me, cheered me, and always give me kiss on my forehead, on my cheek, and give me hug when I was down. And yes, it is the best ever profession. You don't believe me? Asked my mother. Mom, they want to ask something. Come here. Back to you.
Thank you, Elios. Great, the great manager, mother. And who is the next? Please, speaker, do not forget to use the word of the day. Alice?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. Are you asking me?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
if you
raise your
want.
hand, so you'll be next, Alice.
Okay, thank you so much. I have two digital devices due to my computer. I cannot through my computer, therefore I have to use my mobile. Therefore, there are two Alices.
Ah. Yes, there are. Okay. Now, are you ready to go?
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's go. Leadership is the capacity to translate a vision, is a capacity to translate a vision into reality. Alice Fan.
These quotes remind me the time when I did startup. So since I was born, I always dreamed to become a businesswoman. Therefore, after graduating from university, I keep thinking of the way, how can I become a successful businesswoman? So I think, and I keep thinking about that. And even when the way back from my office to my house, I keep thinking how I can open my own business. So I look around, I was thinking about opening a bubble tea shop. And by thinking of opening a bubble tea shop, I make a list of the essential things that I need to prepare for opening that. So I start from learning the technique of doing the good bubble teas, and then I hire the shop, and I also rent the employees and everything. I try to make my vision become true. But you know that after 3 months, I failed with my dreams of becoming the successful businesswoman. Even I can translate a vision into the reality, but without the good preparation, without the good mentals, the thinking by myself, I cannot become successful as I think. Even I want to translate my vision into reality. So I not totally agree with this quote. Become a leadership not only require translating a vision into realities. We need a lot of other elements, including the good mentors, the very careful preparation, and so on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Alice. This is a good experience, a good example, and I really appreciate your understanding about these codes. Now, the next, Sita.
Yes. Hi.
Yes.
Hi.
Okay.
Ada, after
Yes.
could we request that you close the slide so that we can see the speaker?
Okay.
Yeah, because the speaker cannot see the speaker on the screen.
Okay.
So you need to close your presentation.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kibo. Okay, let's go. I will do it. A great leader is one, not himself. Not himself. Sita.
Topics Master and my dear friends, when I joined Toastmasters in the year 2014, I personally wanted to improve myself in public speaking. But as the years progressed, I understood that Toastmasters was much more than public speaking and improving your communication skills, but you can also improve your leadership skills. That's when in 2 years into Toastmasters, the charter president of our club called me and asked me, Sita, can you be the vice president education? And I was relatively new and I asked, what do I have to do, distinguished Toastmaster Tejaka? He said, you see that agenda that we get every other week for the meeting? I said, yes. And he said, you just have to prepare that and circulate it to all the members. And I thought that was way too easy. So I said, yes. But as soon as I took over my first role of leadership in Toastmasters as the Vice President Education for the year 2015-2016, I understood it was much more than merely preparing an agenda. It was actually helping people to discover themselves, encouraging them to take up roles, to take up speeches. When they are hesitant to speak up, you ask them, can you do a speech? Can you do your icebreaker? And that's, my dear friends, where my leadership journey started. And then from that year onwards, I went on to take the presidency the next year. And since then, I have taken up many leadership roles, and I currently stand, as Eliza said, as the district administration manager for the District 82, the wonderful district of Sri Lanka, British Pacific Ocean, and Maldives. Leadership is not always about serving yourself. Leadership is about serving others. Simon Sinek once said, leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of those people in your charge. And I firmly believe that it is my time now to give back as a leader. And that is what I am doing, because I enjoy, as much as learning and growing with Toastmasters, I enjoy giving back, because leadership is not about serving yourself, but serving others. Back to you, Topics Master.
Thank you very much. Really, leadership is to serve others. Now,
And I think, Ada,
yes.
that will be the end. We are running a little bit behind. So we'll stop the table topics here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the speaker.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Thanks a lot, Ada, for those wonderful questions. It's mind-provoking, right? And wonderful speeches from all our table topic speakers. Now, before we move on to our next sections on technical evaluations and also evaluations on all the speeches, can we take a group pictures first? So those who can you turn on your camera, everybody, if possible? We would love to see your handsome and beautiful face. Hi, Aichan. Good to see you. Yeah. Look at all those lovely faces. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, one more. Okay, now a freestyle. Any kind of gestures, a funny one. Make it memorable. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you very much. Now, for the last sections, I will hand you over the good hands of Tamami, our stand-in general evaluator. Over to you, Tamami.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Now is our third fun session, which is evaluation session. Our number one evaluator is from Sri Lanka. He's the finalist of District 82 Table Topic and Evaluation. Farhaz, over to you, evaluating speaker number 1, Parmesh.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. Ladies and gentlemen, first off, I think our speaker, DTM Parameswari Ramanathan, who we all very fondly call DTM Parames, deserves a round of applause. So let's start with that. And the reason I do this is, she's a DTM. She's done her icebreaker a few times before, but she's done another brilliant icebreaker. And that deserves that initial applause. Thank you so much, DTM Parames, for telling us what you are, who you are, and giving a brief but very illustrative description of what you have achieved, what you have done over your life, and in a way, making sure that the project objective, which is to introduce yourself to the audience, is achieved. So well done on that. And I loved how DTM Parames did this by giving us a narration of a story from the time she started off, to got into work, got into Toastmasters in her company, and progressed all the way up to becoming district admin. And then she even ended it up with this beautiful thing, what goes around comes around. So amazing storytelling abilities, DTM Parames, and we should continue to work hard on that, because that's a brilliant strength. The next thing is, now we all think, okay, we break ice once, can we break ice any more times? But today was a absolute exhibition of how ice can be broken over and over again. Each time we start a new path, let's think of what new aspect of our life that we can bring out, and that is what DTM Paramis did. Now, friends, a couple of things that I would probably have done a bit better. First off, tested the sounds, because the sounds were quite difficult, was quite disturbing. So that was something that could have been done before the meeting. So that's one thing. Please do, especially when we have a meeting of this nature, which is a hybrid, which is online completely. So we should probably have done that quality checking. The other thing is presenting on screen. We need to remain within the frame. At times I did see the speaker in something like this. So again, that's something we need to work on. The third thing that I would like to have seen in the speech, and this is because DTM Paramis is DTM Paramis, though it's an icebreaker, is that there could have been an opportunity for a call to action and a message for the audience at the end. And in this particular case, because the path is motivation strategies, going by the story that was said, something really motivating could have been told to me as the audience to take home, in terms of it's okay to have self-doubt, it's okay to be vulnerable, but if the right people come with gratitude, we work forward, we move forward, and we can overcome challenges, something along those lines. In summary, amazing icebreaker. Once again, DTM Paramis, I must say I am honored and privileged to have been your evaluator. Thank you so much, and I look forward to more speeches. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Farhaz, for your complete evaluation. Now our second evaluator is Ram, our president from UK. He is always calm, talks in mild voice, but with strong and meaningful messages. And he has led our World Travelers Toastmasters Club throughout this term. Please help me welcome Ram, our evaluator number 2, evaluating speaker number 2, Eliza. Over to you, Ram.
Thank you so much, Tamami. But is it okay before Betty Ann runs away to just wish her a quick happy birthday, if I may? So if everyone can unmute themselves, it'll be rude, Betty Ann, not to wish you a happy birthday. So as you know, I can't sing to save my life, but I'm going to give it a shot. Please join in if you can. We wish you a Merry Christmas. No, that's the wrong. That's the wrong.
Tosin is also birthday.
There has to be a soundtrack somewhere.
Yeah.
Wish you a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy
birthday
to
Happy
you.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Betty Ann.
And a couple more.
And for
Happy
us.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh. Don't make me cry. I was crying after my speech.
You're so sweet.
Me cry here, and I next year it's going to be in French in honor of our dear timer, Sylvie. Has to be in French.
Of course.
Or Tamil or whatever. So thank you all. I do have to leave, unfortunately. I have a client that's paying me more money than my current role as a member. So I do have to skip out. It's been amazing. Eliza, I fondly refer to you as a chipmunk that is on crack. Don't know if anybody understands that phrase, but chipmunks just go back and forth and they drive me crazy. And they're always moving.
Yep.
And if you're on crack or doing drugs, that's what I heard they do. So it's even worse. Chipmunks on crack. I love you all. I look forward to continuing my membership with this club. I really look forward to seeing everybody in Philadelphia at the convention. Kathy Toll, good luck. Godspeed. Best wishes for you. And I love you all. Thank you so much. And thank you for the pictures. Good job, Toastmaster.
Take care,
Toastmaster low, you were a Toastmaster high. How's that? Bye, guys.
Thank
Love you
you.
bunches.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Over to the evaluation, if I may. Fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests, and especially Eliza. Let's talk about your evaluation. So I'm going to use the glove technique, if I may. I'll go this very quickly because we are a little bit behind schedule, but doesn't matter. Let's quickly talk about G for gestures and ground. You stood up, thank you very much. You use your hands to great effect. He was very tall and you flew all the way to Sri Lanka. So very good, scratching your head as well, very good. And you also use your fingers first day, second day, third day. Let's talk about language. So there were a number of different phrases you used throughout, you know, laughing like a roller coaster. I've never heard that phrase before. She is famous, and I can go on a little bit more. But the one thing that you did there, which I really enjoyed, which was actually using that quote from that world champion speaker, "I see something in you," and you repeated that a couple of times. So the other thing I just want to quickly talk about there is you talked about crying in the conference. I didn't really get the reasons and the rationale behind that, but I'm going to come back to that afterwards. Let's talk about the organizational structure. You used a chronological structure about the actual conference itself. I think that was a really good way to deliver your speech. So you're really going it from day by day by day. And then you finished with "Don't ever give up, keep serving, and have a happy life." So I think that was a good way to finish your speech. The only thing I would say over there is it may be worth just signposting your speech to say at the very beginning, I know you opened with a quote. "Oh, I heard somebody famous is coming," or words to that effect. But maybe it's better to say my speech today is broken up into three parts. First, I'm going to tell you about the conference and the 3 days that took place. And then I'm going to talk about my key learnings from the conference and then finish with some lessons for you to take away, something along those lines. Your vocal variety was perfect. Very well done over there. Sorry, it's not perfect. Sorry. There is an opportunity for improvement. There's always an opportunity for improvement. And that is you talk really fast. So an opportunity to just slow down a little bit and add longer pauses. So where you have a key moment or a key lesson, just say your lesson and then say nothing. Allow us to sink in. Just want to go back to the language piece for a second. So I think it would have been also good to just break the 3 days down into what happened on those 3 days. So you came with great energy, great expectations. And on the first day, you heard something, you saw something, your energy levels going down a little bit. Second day, something happened, your energy levels going down a little bit. And that's where you started crying and you felt deflated. And then on the third day, you heard this inspiring speech, and you heard it took 10 years to accomplish that. And you said to yourself, I'm now inspired. If you can do it, I can do it. And I think that was your turning point over there. So in summary, a very good speech. You accomplished your objectives. You shared what you learned and how you learned it. But there's a few areas there I think perhaps you could improve for the next time. Overall, fantastic. Well done. I look forward to your next speech. Back to you, Tamami, General Evaluator. Well done, Eliza.
Thank you, Ram. Now I'm gonna go over the reports from our role holders. First, timers report. Sylvie, will you give us your timers report?
Thank you so much. Before I present my report, allow me to share this thought. The way we spend our time defines who we are, said Jonathan Esrin. As leaders and communicators, respecting time shows respect for ourselves and for others. Let's see how we did today in managing our precious time. For the opening The president spent 2 minutes, 59 seconds. He was on time. For the updates, we had 20 minutes, but we did 17 minutes, 50 seconds. For the Toastmaster of the day, she had 2 minutes, but she did 1 minute, 15 seconds. The Archonte did 35 seconds. The grammarian did 40 seconds. For the keynote speaker took 10 minutes, 32 seconds. She was a little bit late. For the first speaker, she spent 5 minutes, 38 seconds. She was on time. For the second speaker, she spent 7 minutes, 21 seconds. She was on time. We started the meeting at 10:02 seconds. For the table topic, the overall time we took 15 minutes, 45 seconds. For the first table topic speaker, Yusuf, it took 1 minute, 40 seconds. He was on time. Elias took 1 minute, 55 seconds on time. Alice Fan, 2 minutes, 53 seconds. She's over time. Sita took 2 minutes, 16 seconds. She was on time. For evaluation, the first evaluator, Faraz, spent 3 minutes, 27 seconds. He was on time. And Ram spent 3 minutes, 59 seconds. He was over time. So here is the report that I was able to make during the session. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much for such a precise report, Sylvie. Now, our counter, Diane, will you
Thank
give
you
us your
so much.
counter reports?
Thank you so much, our GE Tamami. First, I would like to congratulate everyone because most of the speakers are experienced and use very a few filler words. First, Toastmaster of the day, Kim, 2 1 so, 1 pause, and 1 repeated word. Tamami, I didn't count you because you didn't give your introduction in the beginning of the meetings. Ada, as Toastmaster of the, as table topic master, 1 1 and 1 pause and 2 repeated word. Our first speaker, Ramesh, 2 1 and 2 A second speaker, Eliza, you have 1 so, 1 and 2 repeated word. Our first evaluator, Farhas, you have 1 pause moment and 2 repeated word. Ramesh, you have 1 1 so, and 1 pause moment. Our timer, Sylvie, you have 3 and 1 pause moment. Our Joseph, grammarian, I haven't counted Joseph. And our first table topic speaker, DTM Yusuf, you have 1 so, 1 Elios, 2 repeated word. Alice Pan, 2 repeated word. And Sita, 1 and 1 repeated word. That's all for my set. Thank you, and back to you, our general evaluator.
Thank you, Diane. Now let's move on to our grammarian and grammarian's report and word of the day. Joseph.
Thank you very much. I can't keep up with Diane. She caught everything already. Pretty exciting there. I was keeping track of word of the day, even though we lost the chat box. We did have 2 people use it. Betty Ann used it and Elios used it in the chat and in person. That worked out really well. I like how Parames talked about it during her speech. Then why not give it a try? We hear that every now and then. Why not try AD? So she brought that up, which was really good. Eliza, keep on evolving, learning, and serving. Don't ever give up. We love those kinds of things. Elios, I love it. But I still have my mom who can manage me. I mean, those are great things we need to think about. I'll just use so a few times, but she's not here. But everyone else, I caught 3 so's from Ram, and that's unusual. But I know Diane was listening for that also. But that's my report. A couple people used word of the day, and we did fairly well on our filler words or lack of them. Back to you, ma'am, GE.
Thank you, Joseph. Now, my general evaluation for today's meeting, we had a good structure of the meeting. The video was fantastic. We all love this video. I hope the guests liked the video too. For the time management, as far as I listened to Sylvie's report, we were not so late for each people's report or speech, but somehow we were a little bit behind the agenda's schedule. So I wonder where was the wrong place. Maybe little by little we were behind, and it add up to now like 10 minutes late. So we could do better next time. Participation, collaboration, we are very assertive to participate in the meeting. Let's not forget to ask comments from the guests in the end. And also, we had 3 beautiful speeches. I loved all of them. I think they were all very authentic, and it was nice speech it all reflected each speaker's personality, characteristics, and experiences. And it had lots of messages and learning tips. And I very much liked it. And I hope you liked it too. Okay, now I'm handing over my baton to our president for closing address.
Thank you so much, Tamami, for closing our meeting. Thank you, everyone. We're a little bit behind schedule. I don't have a closing address, but what I do want to do is, it'll be rude not to get feedback from our members and also from our guests. So can I please request if we have any guests in the room, Sita, Arnie Lim, Julia, if you'd like, Al Chan, if you'd like to give us some feedback, something that you enjoyed and something that we can continue to do again, and maybe an area for improvement, something we should try and reduce next time round. I'll start with you, Julia, if I may.
Thank you for having me, DTM Ram. I'm actually joining it from India. I wasn't supposed to join the meeting. I was looking at the World Toastmasters group. Wanted to join a meeting since a really long time, and today I've been stuck inside because of rain, so I decided to join. Really love the energy that's over here, and I got to learn a lot about how meetings are conducted, especially with such a diverse group of people. I loved the clarity and everything that was going on. I don't really have anything to tell as for improvement points, but again, great job. Maybe one thing that I would have loved to see is if the speakers could maybe have a bit more gestures. Like usually I come from a student club, a college club, and whenever we have online meetings, we have everything shown. So we can move around and talk like as if we're in person. And that's something that I really like. Most of the people, like when they were speaking, they were just sitting and then they were talking like this. And also one thing that I didn't like was I couldn't come for the table topic session. I really wanted to join for that, but then we were like behind on schedules, so I couldn't join. Hopefully next time. But all in all, great meeting. Kudos to you guys.
Thank you so much, Julia. Yes, we should definitely reserve more time for table topics for sure. And Sita, do you mind if I go to you next?
Yeah, so thank you, Eliza, for inviting me. It was a pleasure to be a part of your meeting and meeting all of you. I love the fact that most of you had your cameras turned down right throughout the meeting. I think that was fantastic because it is always a pleasure to look face to face and speak to an audience because this is an online club. So this is wonderful. I love the energy that you all have, and it's such a pleasure and a lovely Saturday evening for me to be a part of your meeting. So thank you for the opportunity.
Bless you, Sita. Thank you for attending. Al Chan?
Yeah, I think the word of the day was given quite difficult for people to incorporate in it. Yeah. For the midriff, because it's quite a challenge, for those, for all the keynote speaker and all that to speak about it, But anyway, Elias, I put it in the chat, so it's still part of it, the Toastmaster. But I would love, it's overall it's a good event, There's a lot of nice comments and all that, towards each other speaker and all that. And most of them are talking about their own experience being a Toastmaster and all that. I would like a diversity about what their life experience and all that, instead of just talking about Toastmasters progress along the way of their life and all that. So maybe a bit of diversity in the talk, a variety, I would say. Thank you.
Thank you, Elchan. Arnie Lim, are you there? I'll come back to you, Arnie Lim. And Yusuf?
Yes, sir. It was a lovely meeting. I enjoy meeting, and I would like to come back here again sometimes. Thank you very much.
Maybe we'll go one more. I'm not sure who it is. It says DTM Club Coach Art D60 Canada R5. That's a really long name. But if you do have any words, please share some words of feedback if you can. If you can't, that's okay too. No, okay. Was it DWI? Dewey? You there?
Sorry, I cannot comment because I want to pick up my wife in the train station. So
Okay.
I think it's very good.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining.
Yes.
So bless all of you for attending today. It was a fantastic meeting. I thoroughly enjoyed it. 3 different speeches. I didn't realize how good Betty Ann was a great speaker. She really is. And this is the first time I think I've heard her for a very long time. So it's good and refreshing that we hear speakers from different levels, so you have somebody to aspire towards. So thank you very much for doing that today. Is there any club news that we'd like to share, Tamami, for the next meeting?
Thank you, Ram. Our next meeting is on June 28th, and it will be our installation for our new EXCO officers for term 2025 and 2026. And we also have Richard Peck as keynote speaker, and also Eliza, sorry, I cannot recall her name, but great speaker from Sri Lanka.
Dr. Ashika, she will joining from Farhas office.
Yes.
So Farhas will bring a lot of Sri Lanka on that day.
Bring all of Sri Lanka.
So, yes.
Yeah, don't
so
forget
you will
get a whole to make them our member.
So you will get to hear great speeches next in the next meeting. So please join. Thank you. Back to you, Ram.
Okay. Thank you very much for that, Tamami. If there's nothing else, I call this meeting officially closed. Absolutely awesome. Thank you very much, and have a fantastic rest of the day, everyone. See you in 2 weeks' time.
See you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Have you
everyone.
fun?
Thank you, everyone.
Au revoir.
Tosin, thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night,
Parmesh.
everyone.
Merci
Good night.
beaucoup.
Good day, Elias.
Farhas.
Sayonara.
Farhas, we haven't signed.
Sayonara. Oyasumi nasai.
Bye, everyone.
Hi,
Hi, Tosin.
Tosin. Happy birthday.
Tosin,
Thanks
thanks
for
for
great
coming.
meeting.
Bye, Kathy.
Happy birthday, Tosin.
Thank
How are
you.
you? How are
See you
you?
next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Okay, good night, everyone. I'm going to off soon.
Yeah.
Okay, Farhas, you haven't signed the form, right?
Yeah, I need one long hour. One more.
I don't mind, Farhas. Only thing that we need to submit as soon as possible.
Okay. I'll
And
do
we
it.
need to create it before end of the month. So I'm talking to, okay, guys, all of you can go.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Eliza, One thing. I
Okay.
haven't sent the meeting URL for our tomorrow's meeting.
Oh.
But if I cannot, can I ask you to make the room?
Okay.
I want to try, but I don't know if.
Mommy,
Yeah.
if you can, you just go to the World Travelers.
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
haven't
have the
changed.
password, right?
Yeah.
After
Oh,
that,
wait,
you
sorry, this is still recording.
Yeah.
Can turn off the recording first.